The eyes, our windows to the world, hold far more significance than we often give them credit for. They aren't just tools for visualizing the external world. They are powerful mirrors that reflect our internal state. In moments of profound transformation, such as a spiritual awakening, the eyes often give us subtle clues, signaling shifts in our energy, perception, and consciousness. We will explore 6 eye symptoms that indicate you may be undergoing a spiritual awakening. But first, let's understand what a spiritual awakening really is and how it can affect you physically, mentally, and emotionally. A spiritual awakening is a process of coming into greater alignment with your higher self and the universe. It's a shift in consciousness, a recalibration of your brain, heart, and energy fields. When this happens, everything around you begins to vibrate differently. You begin to see through a new lens, one that transcends the ordinary, tapping into deeper layers of understanding and connection. And your eyes, the ultimate tools for perception, become central to this process. Let's explore how your eyes can reveal the subtle changes occurring within. One of the initial signs that you may be undergoing a spiritual awakening is a heightened sensitivity to light. You may notice that artificial lighting feels unnaturally harsh or irritating, or perhaps you find yourself craving the soft, healing rays of natural sunlight more than ever before. This may seem like a simple physical discomfort, but in the context of a spiritual awakening, it goes far beyond just the sensory experience. It's a profound shift in your body's energy system, a recalibration to a higher vibrational state. When you undergo a spiritual awakening, your energy frequency begins to change. Imagine it as a shift in the frequency of a radio station. Your body, mind, and soul start aligning with higher frequencies of consciousness. In this state, your entire being enters a more coherent mode of functioning. This doesn't just mean you're feeling more awake or aware. It means that your internal systems, especially your nervous system, are recalibrating to be in harmony with these elevated frequencies. This heightened sensitivity, including to light, is a manifestation of that recalibration. From a biological standpoint, light is a form of energy, and our eyes, which are some of the most sensitive receptors in our body, are responsible for processing that energy. The relationship between light and the human body is far more intricate than simply allowing us to see. Light profoundly affects our circadian rhythms, mood, and overall well-being. When you go through a spiritual awakening, the brain's frequency and state of coherence shift. In this state, your brain moves from a state of incoherence, often governed by stress hormones and dissonance in the body's energy field, to a more harmonious state where your brain and heart synchronize. This coherence creates a harmonious energy field around you. With this heightened coherence, your perception of light, sound, and other stimuli becomes more acute because your body is more attuned to subtle energies. The nervous system, which has been restructured in alignment with higher states of consciousness, becomes more sensitive to external stimuli. This means that your nervous system is becoming more finely tuned. It's like your body's energy receptors are turning up the sensitivity dial, enabling you to perceive energy in its most subtle forms. Light, being an energy form, stands out as one of the first things you notice more intensely. Eyes are not just organs for seeing in the traditional sense, they are also energy receptors. Your eyes interact with external stimuli, but in a deeper sense, they absorb and interpret energy that flows through them. When your energy field recalibrates, your eyes begin to perceive light differently. This heightened sensitivity could lead to experiences where bright artificial lighting feels unbearable, or you may find yourself subconsciously seeking out sunlight, basking in its warmth, and feeling nourished by it. In this state, it's as if you're attuned to the frequencies of the universe in a more profound way, and light becomes both a source of energy and a means of spiritual nourishment. The way we view and interact with light reflects our internal state. You may notice that even small changes in lighting, whether it's the shift of daylight from morning to afternoon, or the intensity of artificial lighting in a room, can create noticeable physical and emotional shifts. Perhaps a room with fluorescent lighting suddenly feels cold or draining, or a quiet, dimly lit space feels calm and healing. These experiences are more than just subjective preferences. They are tangible signs of your energy body recalibrating to higher frequencies of vibration and light. For many undergoing a spiritual awakening, the craving for natural sunlight is intense. This goes beyond just the physical need for vitamin D or warmth. It's about the energetic healing that sunlight provides. The sun is not merely a ball of fire in the sky. It holds an energetic frequency that can support emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. When you crave sunlight, it's often because your body is seeking to align with the higher frequencies that sunlight naturally emits. Our bodies are designed to function in rhythm with natural cycles, and sunlight plays a crucial role in resetting our biological clocks, supporting hormone production, and influencing mood and energy. During a spiritual awakening, you may find yourself instinctively drawn to bask in sunlight as a means of realigning your own energy field. Moreover, sunlight has been known for its positive effects on mood and overall well-being. Studies have shown that exposure to natural light increases serotonin production in the brain, a neurotransmitter responsible for promoting feelings of happiness and well-being. As you experience a spiritual awakening, your body may naturally seek out sunlight to help recalibrate your energy and restore balance, allowing for a deeper connection to both your internal essence and the external world. If you are experiencing this heightened sensitivity to light during your spiritual awakening, it is important to honor your body's needs. You may want to limit exposure to harsh artificial lighting, especially at night, to preserve your circadian rhythms and support your natural energy flow. When possible, create environments that offer softer, more natural light. Consider using natural light sources such as lamps with soft bulbs, candles, or the gentle light of a sunrise or sunset. Additionally, try to spend time outdoors, soaking in the sunlight. Whether it's a walk in the morning, meditating in the park, or simply sitting outside for a few moments during the day, connecting with natural light is not just physically healing. It can also enhance your spiritual growth by helping you reconnect with the energy of the earth and the universe. Another powerful and often profound sign of a spiritual awakening is the sudden appearance of light flashes or orbs in your field of vision. These experiences may appear as fleeting flashes of light in the corner of your eye or as bright, glowing orbs floating in your space. Whether you're seeing them with your eyes open or closed, these phenomena are not random occurrences. They are powerful signals of an expanding consciousness. As your spiritual journey unfolds, your perception of reality begins to expand. What you once thought were everyday experiences are now understood in a new light. Your energy field is becoming more attuned to the higher frequencies of the universe, and as a result, your ability to perceive subtle energies intensifies. One of the most common manifestations of this increased sensitivity is the appearance of light flashes or orbs. These flashes of light are not mere optical illusions. They are a physical manifestation of your consciousness expanding and your ability to tap into higher frequencies. The energy field around you is becoming more coherent, and your nervous system is attuned to frequencies beyond the normal spectrum of human perception. The light flashes you see may be a reflection of this energetic shift, allowing you to glimpse higher dimensions of reality that are typically beyond your reach. Orbs are another intriguing phenomenon that many people report experiencing during a spiritual awakening. These orbs are typically seen as small, round lights that appear to float through the air, often in your peripheral vision. They can range in color from white to blue, green, or even violet, and some people report seeing them more frequently when they are in a meditative or highly conscious state. In many spiritual traditions, orbs are believed to represent the presence of spiritual energy, including that of guides, angels, or higher dimensional beings. While not everyone believes in spiritual entities, the appearance of orbs is still significant in the context of a spiritual awakening. These orbs are often considered symbols of communication from the higher realms, a sign that your consciousness is connecting with other levels of existence. In some cases, orbs are interpreted as visual representations of spiritual guides or ancestors who are supporting and guiding you on your journey. Whether you interpret these orbs as spiritual beings or simply as manifestations of higher energies, the fact remains that they represent a shift in your perception of reality. Your brain is now capable of perceiving energies and frequencies that were once beyond your awareness. This expanded perception can be disorienting at first, as you may struggle to understand what you're seeing and experiencing. However, it is important to recognize that these phenomena are signs of your growth. They show that your brain is becoming more adept at tuning into the subtle energies that make up the fabric of the universe. The appearance of light flashes and orbs is often an indication that you are opening up to a broader spectrum of consciousness, one that transcends the physical world. These flashes of light and orbs may also indicate that you are ready to receive guidance from higher consciousness or spiritual entities, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Your energy field is becoming more synchronized with these higher frequencies, and as a result, you are beginning to perceive dimensions of reality that were previously invisible to you. If you are experiencing light flashes or orbs, it's important to approach these phenomena with an open mind. Rather than dismissing them as illusions, try to remain curious and open to the possibility that you are witnessing a shift in your consciousness. Pay attention to the context in which these occurrences happen. Are they occurring during moments of meditation, prayer, or deep contemplation? Are they more frequent when you're feeling particularly connected to your spiritual path? You may want to record these experiences in a journal, noting the details of when, where, and how they occur. Over time, you may begin to see patterns that can offer insights into your spiritual journey. Additionally, consider exploring spiritual practices such as meditation, energy healing, or connecting with nature to further enhance your connection to these higher energies. By embracing these experiences and allowing yourself to remain open to their significance, you can deepen your connection to the spiritual realm and the higher frequencies that are now becoming more apparent in your life. Experiencing changes in your vision, such as blurry eyesight or heightened awareness of colors, can be a fascinating, yet sometimes disorienting, symptom during a spiritual awakening. These two experiences are often interconnected, representing different facets of the same process, your consciousness expanding and adjusting to a higher state of being. While blurry vision may initially seem like a physical anomaly, it can actually be a profound sign of your energy recalibrating, while an increased sensitivity to colors reflects a deeper attunement to the energetic frequencies around you. Together, these shifts mark the transition between the old and new aspects of yourself, both in the physical and spiritual realms. One of the most common signs of a spiritual awakening is the onset of blurry vision. At first glance, blurry eyesight might seem like a mere physical issue or an effect of aging or stress. However, in the context of a spiritual awakening, it carries much deeper significance. As you evolve and grow spiritually, your energy field is recalibrating, and this process can affect how you experience the world, especially through your sense of sight. When you undergo a spiritual awakening, your energy frequency begins to shift, bringing your brain and body into a higher state of coherence. This recalibration can lead to temporary distortions in your sensory perception, and your vision is often one of the first senses to be affected. Blurry vision can symbolize the process of your mind adjusting to a new reality, one that is no longer grounded solely in the material world but is also deeply connected to the spiritual realm. This disorientation in your vision is often a sign that you are in a transitional space, no longer fully grounded in your old self, but not yet fully integrated into your new, awakened self. The temporary blurriness of your vision may feel like a fog, as though you are caught between two worlds, the physical and the spiritual. This sensation can be likened to a camera lens coming into focus, where your perception of reality is being recalibrated to align with a higher frequency. Just like an instrument that needs to be tuned to sound its best, your brain and body need time to adjust to the energy shifts that accompany spiritual growth. The fogginess in your vision is a sign that your brain is working through this adjustment, rewiring itself to process information in a more coherent and harmonious way. In neuroscience, we know that the brain's visual processing system is influenced by the electromagnetic field of the heart. When these two systems synchronize, reaching coherence, your entire body and mind align with higher frequencies. This can temporarily affect how you process sensory input, leading to visual disturbances such as blurry vision. Essentially, your brain is transitioning to a new level of awareness, and your eyesight is one of the ways this shift manifests physically. It's important to remember that blurry vision during this period is usually temporary. As your energy field and neural pathways continue to realign, your vision will begin to clear, offering you a fresh perspective on both the physical and spiritual aspects of your life. Alongside blurry vision, Another striking symptom of spiritual awakening is the sudden, heightened awareness of colors. As your consciousness expands, you may notice that the colors around you appear more vivid and intense. It's as though the world itself has taken on a new vibrancy, and the hues that once seemed dull or muted now pop with life. This increased sensitivity to colors is not just a matter of physical perception. It is a direct reflection of the subtle energies that are now accessible to you as your energy frequency rises. When we experience a spiritual awakening, our brain and nervous system are being attuned to higher vibrational states. In this process, your brain becomes more finely tuned to pick up frequencies that were once invisible to you. Colors, like all forms of energy, carry their own frequency, and as you become more attuned to your own energy, you become more sensitive to the energetic vibrations in your environment. This means that colors are no longer merely visual experiences. They are now an active form of communication, a reflection of the energy that surrounds you. The way colors seem to leap out at you during this time can be seen as a manifestation of your growing ability to tap into the frequencies of the universe. In the state of coherence, where your heart and brain are synchronized, your sensory perception becomes more refined, allowing you to see and experience the world with greater clarity. What once seemed like ordinary colors may now carry deeper meanings or emotional resonance as they connect you to the energetic frequencies of the world around you. The colors that suddenly seem to stand out to you may also hold symbolic significance. For example, you might find yourself drawn to certain colors more than others. This could be a sign that your energy is in alignment with specific aspects of your spiritual growth. For instance, the color green may signify healing or growth, while purple may indicate spiritual awakening or intuition. By paying attention to the colors that stand out to you, you can begin to understand the messages that the universe is sending your way. Colors are powerful symbols of energy, and as you become more attuned to them, you may notice that your perception of the world becomes more vivid, dynamic, and connected. This heightened awareness of colors is a sign that you are aligning your energy to a higher vibrational frequency, one that allows you to perceive the world through a more expansive, awakened lens. At first, the symptoms of blurry vision and increased color sensitivity might seem unrelated, but they are actually two sides of the same coin. Both are indicative of a shift in your perception and energy field as you navigate the spiritual awakening process. The blurry vision symbolizes the temporary disorientation that comes with adjusting to a higher frequency, while the increased awareness of colors represents the clarity and heightened sensitivity that arise once your energy is realigned. In a sense, these two experiences, blurry vision and color sensitivity, complement each other. As your brain and body work to recalibrate to new frequencies, you may initially experience visual distortions, blurry vision. But as you progress in your awakening, your sensory perception becomes more refined and attuned to subtle energies, which manifests as a greater sensitivity to colors. This progression reflects your growing ability to see beyond the physical world, tapping into the energetic dimensions of reality. To further understand these changes in vision, it's helpful to consider the role of energy and frequency in shaping our experience of reality. Everything in the universe, including light and color, operates at a certain frequency. When you undergo a spiritual awakening, your energy frequency shifts, allowing you to perceive energies that were previously outside your range of awareness. This shift enables you to see the world in a new light, both literally and figuratively. In this process, your brain begins to perceive and interpret a broader spectrum of light and energy. What you once saw as ordinary or mundane now takes on new significance as you become more aware of the frequencies that shape your reality. This expanded perception is not limited to color. It can extend to your overall sense of awareness, allowing you to pick up on subtle energies, emotions, and vibrations in the world around you. If you're experiencing blurry vision or an increased sensitivity to colors during your spiritual awakening, there are several practical strategies that can help you navigate this transformative process. Stay grounded. Grounding yourself through practices like deep breathing, walking barefoot on natural surfaces, or meditating can help you stay connected to the present moment and maintain clarity as your vision adjusts. Eye health care. While the changes in your vision are likely spiritual in nature, it's still important to take care of your physical eyes. Ensure that you're getting enough rest, especially if you spend extended periods of time looking at screens, and consider doing eye exercises to relieve any tension. Trust the process. Remember that blurry vision and increased color sensitivity are temporary phases in your spiritual growth. Allow yourself the space to adjust to these changes without fear or resistance. The more you trust the process, the more your vision will become clear, and your ability to perceive the world with clarity will return. Embrace the vibrancy of color. As you become more aware of colors, take the time to observe and reflect on the ones that stand out to you. See how they make you feel, and pay attention to the meanings they hold for you personally. Let the vibrant colors around you serve as a reminder of the energy and life that surrounds you. Seek guidance. If you're feeling overwhelmed or uncertain about the changes in your vision, it may be helpful to seek guidance from a spiritual mentor or coach who can help you understand and navigate the awakening process. Sometimes having an outside perspective can bring clarity and reassurance. Migraines or tension around the eyes and heightened emotional sensitivity are common symptoms during a spiritual awakening. These signs occur as your body and mind recalibrate, shedding old emotional patterns and aligning with higher energies. Although they may be uncomfortable, these symptoms are temporary and reflect your transformation. Here's an overview of how these physical and emotional shifts manifest. Migraines and tension around the eyes often result from your body processing and releasing past emotional baggage. As you undergo a spiritual awakening, your brain and body are recalibrating to higher frequencies. This realignment can trigger physical sensations, particularly in areas like the head and eyes, which are connected to emotional processing and energetic shifts. The tension in these areas is often linked to the third eye, the center of intuition and spiritual insight. As this area activates during your awakening, discomfort may arise, symbolizing the release of old, stagnant energy. Though uncomfortable, these sensations are a sign that you're shedding limiting beliefs and preparing to embrace a new, higher state of being. During a spiritual awakening, your emotional sensitivity intensifies. This heightened awareness is often reflected in your eyes, which are deeply connected to your emotions. You may find yourself feeling more empathetic or emotional, with your eyes becoming more expressive and revealing the depth of your inner state. The increase in emotional sensitivity is a sign that your brain and heart are synchronizing, amplifying your connection to the world around you. This makes you more attuned to others' emotions, and your eyes become a mirror for your inner truth and the energy you are now aligned with. The eyes serve as a powerful reflection of your emotional and spiritual state. Linked to the pineal gland, the eyes play a key role in spiritual insight and awareness. As your emotional sensitivity heightens, your eyes become more attuned to subtle energies and reflect the coherence between your thoughts, feelings, and energy. This increased expressiveness and sensitivity are natural during a spiritual awakening. Your eyes are not just reacting to external stimuli but are also reflecting your growing emotional and spiritual depth. To ease migraines, eye tension, and emotional sensitivity, practice grounding techniques, mindful breathing, and self-compassion. Allow emotional release when it arises, as crying or expressing feelings is part of the healing process. Taking breaks from screens, hydrating, and practicing eye care can also alleviate physical tension around the eyes.